What's up? Is Monster Train. It is hot as fuck in my apartment right now. I had the window open until just a second ago, but I'm a little bit paranoid about having it open while I'm recording because it's like right by me. I feel like people are gonna hear me just talking to myself about Monster Train, and I'm a little bit too embarrassed to do that, to let that happen. So we're not gonna do it. I nuked my win streak playing that Talos run. I just made, I think, a lot of bad decisions. I do like Talos, but she can be a tricky one. So we're just gonna go back to random because I feel like it, and that's what we're gonna do. So let's do it. Monster Train, and it gives me Talos. Wow, fantastic. Okay. Well, hopefully this one will look a bit better. I guess. So it's against Entropy Seraph. We have Strix and Hallow. This is Slay and Incant. We don't have primary Underlegion, so there's our odds of a big mushroom stack are fairly low. I feel like I generally disrespect Strix and Hallow. We have Decay, which should be able to deal with the backlines that hang out behind Strix. I still don't know. I haven't memorized what the wave composition of that fight is, but I'm not too concerned about it. I think this is Siphon Archeon. That's probably okay. Rising Rage, potentially pretty good since we're playing against Entropy. We might be able to make that work playing a top floor strategy. Glow Up, you don't hate to see. Demonic Fledgling is like okay, and that one is like okay. Ooh, both of these are good. Bola's Tuning Fork and Jack Strips. So what are some good use cases for each of these? Jack Strips is quite good through the game, even into Seraph, because this Seraph has all those the 1 HP enemies with spell shield. Decay should be able to deal with those. But here's the thing about that. Underlegion tends to kind of get fucked in the Entropy Seraph fight because of silence. So that sort of leans me towards Jack Strips. I'm kind of feeling. I mean, Vola's Tuning Fork is also good. These two are not terrific. They're like fine, but they're not great. Cards. I think this one is pretty good. I think this one is a little bad. I think I'm gonna take Jack Strips. I don't know. That's a hard one because Vola's Tuning Fork is often hard to turn down when it's offered to you for free. But Jack Strips is also really good, and it makes the early game really. It's really strong in the early game too, which could help us with a Celebrate Talos direction. So that's something to think about if we're offered that. Which might be hard to take anyway, because we're a little weak at the beginning here. This guy is not a lot. I guess we have Rising Rage. I'm gonna take Jack Strips. It feels like a bit of a risky move. It feels like it's hard to say that that's the right move, but I don't know. All right. Speaking of, do we want Enchantress or Celestial Radiance? Talos is always, it's tough. I think all of her, well, I think these two paths at least. The other path is probably the weaker of the three. I think these two paths are both potentially good. But what do I want to take? Trying to think about things that threaten me. The thing that's sort of giving me pause about the melee weakness one is that we're playing in Underlegion. Sometimes Underlegion doesn't have a lot of units that actually do damage, but we're playing Underlegion into Entropy Seraph. So that makes me lean maybe a little bit away from, you know, like a Morel Mistress type of play. You feel me? Is that what that unit is called? You know what I'm talking about. The one with the Morel mushroom on her head. Enchantress is generally pretty good. Generally pretty fine. We hopefully won't have to deal with a lot of like random backline shitters because of jack strips. Like this will take care of a lot of backline units for like most of the game. As just Spore Touch. Why was I talking about that? So the question, I feel like the question for this run is how do you kill heavies, right? We don't have a lot of opportunity for shift. I mean, we could hold over. We could hold over this Rising Rage potentially and just do a little bit of shift dancing. But in that case, you would want Celestial Radiance, right? So if that's our damage scaling and we have enough damage scaling, then you want Celestial Radiance. On the other hand, I think I'm leaning towards Celestial Radiance because of Demonic Fledgling. This is kind of a weak unit unupgraded. I'm a little worried about not being able to actually celebrate. And I think with Underlegion as my opposite, we run into a little bit of trouble potentially killing heavies in this run, and Celestial Radiance definitely helps with that. So I think that's what we're going to pick. Now, do note, the run that I lost last time was overconfidently picking Celestial Radiance. So this one I feel like already looks a little bit better than that one did, but, you know, well, I guess we'll find out. Let's send it. Alright, this combat is basically already done. I forget, sometimes it's hard to tell because it'll be these guys and then you do get the 64 ones, but I don't know. If it's just those ones, I think there is a combat that's just those little 1 HP ones, then we got no problems. They will die. They die to jack strips. I probably shouldn't have played you, but I think it's fine. See? See what I'm talking about? So we can oh, this is a movement card. I don't even ever think about this as a movement card. That's crazy. That's a movement card. I was just about to say, doing Propagate on this fucker is not very good because Propagating Valor isn't very good and Propagating Rage isn't really that good either. But it also shifts him. That's crazy. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We'll just play some Decay into you. We're gonna go ahead and advance. You gain Valor on shift? No, on strike. Okay. So we're going to do that, and then we will fly Talos up. I mean, it doesn't really matter, because we'll probably, well, I guess we don't, we do know. So we don't need Talos to be in the front, because even if we don't draw an advanced card, she'll be able to move to the front if needed. Hopefully not. I kind of want to tank with the Train Steward, but, you know, we'll see. Okay. We should be fine here. I'm just going to play Inspires. I think we, like, based on how this combat looks, we definitely were fine to be Inspire. But I do also just kind of like the Celestial Radiance path, right? I just think it's kind of fun. So I don't mind playing it as well. Alright, we will shift. That gives melee weakness. We don't really even need to play those. We'll do this. We'll shift Talos for more rage. And we're cooking. Alright. I mean, I guess we And there's not a lot of reason not to. Gives more rage, sure. Thank you, Jack Strips. We will advance you. And we're gonna save the flight. Not that we need to, I don't think, but we'll just play these out. Boom. Nothing more to do. Look at this. We would have celebrated. That's okay. That was just a really easy combat, and I had Jack Strips, so, you know, it doesn't always go that way. Maybe I you know, this is part of the calculus that says, hey, you're not going to take a lot of damage because of Jack Strips, but I don't know that that's necessarily enough to sort of lean me towards, you know what I'm trying to say. Imprisoned Zephyr is pretty interesting. I mean, I feel like it's the melee weakness Talos, right? How can that not be good? I don't know that I've ever played the melee weakness Talos with this, but like it's a million shift. So, right? I think Divinity is also fine, but I do think it's just fine. I kind of wanna try playing into this. This room gives me headaches, but I think it'll be fine. And you know, we don't have to play it. Loam coat for what? Just because it's generally good? I think that's fine. Okay, I don't mind seeing a banished unit. I don't know if Under Legion units offer me a whole lot in this run. It doesn't seem like it's the direction that our run is heading, but I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong on occasion. Smidge Endless is probably not what we like to see. I can't really imagine a banished unit that wants these. I see 2 rare units, which is crazy. Including Divine Dancer, which just seems like kind of a no-brainer. Coast Guard is also good. Is it better? I think not, right? We're potentially doing a lot of shift, and that's a lot of survivability, and one of the things that Banish sometimes struggles with is survivability. How do we construct a floor? Is a question. I think that kind of remains to be seen. Is it too confident to play Divine Dancer? I sort of like the idea, given that we're fighting Entropy Seraph, right? I like the idea of a big overstacked floor that just shifts a lot as it attacks. And that leads me towards Divine Dancer, I think. I don't know. This one also feels like it could be a mistake, but also I don't get to play this unit very often because it's pretty situational, especially with Talos, and I feel like the situation has presented itself to me. So let's do it. I think I mean, here's a question. Do we give dualism to you or to you, right? I think we may be visiting a lot of steel shops in this run. Is there an argument for Smidge Stone? I don't think Demonic Fledgling wants Smidge Stone. We really want to see dualism multi-strike. Yeah. I was just thinking about the Broom card interacting with Talos' ability, if it's going to cause me problems. But it shouldn't. As long as I have a lot of hits on the floor, it shouldn't be an issue. Like if they attack and apply the melee weakness after they attack, right? So that's potentially a problem. And I was trying to think if Demonic Fledgling likes quick in this run. And I think the answer is no, because I think that's going to be the source of the majority of our damage. So I don't necessarily want him to be attacking first always, because he's the one that's dealing damage. So I want him to be reaping the results of the melee weekend. So Smidgestone, I think I'm gonna say no to Smidgestone. I think I'm gonna say no to Smidgestone. I think it'll be fine. I think we're gonna roll. Dualism is terrific. Which do we take here? I'm kind of leaning here, mainly because I think this, for the early game, is a pretty decent amount of survivability, and we'd kind of like to see more later. And we definitely want dualism on you, because that you scale your attack by like a lot. Right? I think so. I think so. Ideally, we get both, but we'll see. And then I'm feeling like we're heading towards duplicate you a couple of times, take space. I mean, ideally get that one equipment. Go here. I'm sure you can get that light from this arm shot, but I think steel shops are presently pretty high value. And not a lot of duplications on offer, huh? Down there. Down there. One here after ring 5. Done here. There are 2 duplications available. But they're not bad ones. Okay. I think this feels okay. Where am I? Sorry if that was an excessive amount of scrolling. I kinda like this. Because what else do you want besides dualism, right? Really nothing. So giving a little bit of extra survivability, you can, worst case scenario, maybe tank a hit or 2 for fledgling. I think that's the play. But you are primarily our defense, so hopefully you serve that purpose. Mark of Invasion. Here's the thing about Mark of Invasion. I think it's fine. And I think that plus 20 was a good choice. So we will take the initial hits, which that's the scariest, basically the scariest part of Banished. The second scariest part of playing Banished might be backliners, but we've kind of mostly dealt with that. The first is that initial hit, turn 1, before your Valor kicks in, right? Alright, this is terrific news. We will go ahead and play Rising Rage to give ourselves some armor. We'll go ahead and float Talus on up here to give ourselves some armor. We will Inspire, and we're going to give you some Decay, and I think we're in good shape. These will all die to Jack Strips, you will die to Jack Strips. Curse combats could be a little scary, but I don't know that I'm overly concerned at present about them. So, alright, I think we do more than enough damage on our floor. So we're just gonna play our Propagates. I think we do want to propagate you whenever possible. I mean, you're the main guy, right? So, and if the Shield Steward has to die, it has to die. That's not a problem for me. But yeah, I mean, look at this. This is looking pretty nice, right? Loam Coat on Train Steward, I guess. I don't know. I don't really have a great target for Loam Coat. Even though I don't think I need to play that either. Even though I don't need it, we are going to shift. Oh, I do want to shift everyone. We do want to try to make sure that we shift since we have two that like to shift. This is one of the reasons why I like Talos, is there's a lot of like sort of tricky decisions on what order to play things. I'm hoping that this room will just go absolutely crazy. That's my hope. Alright, we can send you to the front. We'll do more Valor, and then keep going. So we're sort of hoping to not really be too concerned about a Valor-centered play here. Alright, we can Rising Rage, we can blow up, and then send more Valor. I think we're fine. And we're A-okay. And we're gaining a lot of armor. And it's looking good. We play our Vengeful Shard and we click end turn. Alright, I'm not too worried presently about putting deployable on that room. Is it 0 cost? It is 0 cost. I do want to eventually, but it's not too high priority. It does feel like, I don't know, I kind of hate taking another set of the card that you got in your opener unless it's like really good. Do I like Divinity? I mean, I guess Cleave is just always good, right? Why would I not take Cleave? Yeah, I think that's true. Kind of ditto here, but this says Calcified Ember, so I think I'm good on not taking it. Proliferate, I think, is a no. I can take some Rot. Rot is a good card. Do I still want to go to Steel Shop? What's my future look like? I think both these are fine. Probably leaning towards Magic Shop, unless I end up having a lot of money. This could go either way, depending on this Steel Shop. Or this could be my Steel Shop. But, like, I feel like you want to, if possible, kind of knock out your Steel Shops ASAP. And then go to Magic Shops as much as possible. And Arm Shops if needed, and Trinket Shops if it makes sense. And Arm Shop right now... Like, I want Everlasting Light, but I can get that from cards, right? And I think that Imprisoned Zephyr will become an important part of my strategy, but it isn't necessarily right now. So I think we can safely go to this Steel Shop. We see Large Stone, Smidge Stone. If I had no upgrades on Divine Dancer, I might have considered that. I think at present we say no. Multi-strike is fine. That's what we want. Yeah, that's what we want. Alright, that's a pretty good unit now in this run. I would still kind of like to see armor dualism on Divine Dancer. I don't know how worth it is to go out of my way for it. Rally. These are both pretty solid units, but I don't know that Rally is a thing in this game. I think we're kind of going banished only. Maybe that's my bias against Underlegion showing, but shut up is what I have to say about that. Let me X5 the Fledgling. Oh my god. Do we actually do that? They're gonna be tough to get on the floor, but I could just take space. I mean, why not, right? Even if some of them die, I'll eventually put any kind of upgrade, permafrost or whatever, into Rising Rage, I'll eventually get some of them onto the floor. I'm doing it. Let's go crazy. I don't see why we have anything to worry about Arcean here. This does make my deployment look a little cursed, but I think we'll be fine. So I think you still do go here. Do we play? Do we take space? I think so. We want big fat floors. Even though we can overstack them, it's still like... we want to get as many as possible. Alright, so we... Rising Rage. We Talos. We're a little concerned about moving this guy to the front. We can just... oh, we have 2 glow-ups. I should have thought about that. Bring you to the front. You to the front. 400 damage to the boss on turn 1 I would describe as pretty good. You see Imprisoned Zephyr, that's nice. We see a bunch of shards, that's not nice. I think we now are basically have no concerns about this combat. The only concern is if you get enough to kill, which I think is unlikely. Get enough rage to kill, I mean. Which you might be doing a lot of siphoning. But you also might be doing a lot of dying, so, you know, there's also that. There's something funky. Surely Talos still applies melee weakness. I'm gonna check that and make sure. I don't know why she wouldn't. That would be like crazy if she didn't, but this is enough for you to live. Oh yeah, it is. Look at this floor. Click Inspire. Make sure we're applying melee weakness properly. You might just die, though. You died too quickly. Thank you very much for your help. Arcean does 35, but he also dies. Alright, let's try it this time. Is there any reason for me to attempt to keep Arcean alive? I think answer no. Yes. 530 damage. It's a thing of beauty. Alright. Mitosis Cap is kind of funny. Great Decay, I don't think so. I guess I could take Cursed Twin Blade. There's not a whole lot that I want to... not a whole lot of cards I actually want to play in this deck. Cursed Twin Blades, I suppose, is one of them. So that's fine. Morale Mistress, Firebrand, Avenger. Again, it feels a little overconfident not to take Firebrand, but I kind of feel like it doesn't fit into our overall strategy, which is just shift as much as possible, so I'm gonna skip. Do we take space? Are we going to a magic shop? Here's the thing, I don't think I want to look at a banished banner. This is tricky, because this is kind of tough. Because I think these two things are better than these two things. Although card removal is going to be good, because as I previously stated, I don't really want to play any of the cards in my deck. but I don't want to skip 2 Merchants of Magic. I do want to see some. Giving some kind of upgrade to Rising Rage is going to be good in video game. Do we have like big problems on curse combats? It's a possibility. So can we get away with taking space now? Or do we even need to? Maybe we take Draw Ember and don't worry about the space. The problem, the slightly scary thing is going to be turn 1, but maybe we'll be okay. Like, I'd like to see some damage shield, to be honest. Trying to think about, I feel like the Titans fight, I feel like we should be okay by the time we make it to the Titans fight to deal with a top floor turn 1 there. That doesn't scare me too much. But the flying boss fights, does that scare me more? Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, so what am I gonna do? Sort of like it's a little, if I'm taking draw Ember, both are good. What am I taking Ember for though, right? That is a question worth asking. So I think I take draw now, and maybe I'll decide later. Because I don't really have, like, playing all of my demonic fledglings in deployment isn't necessarily desirable. And I don't have any equipment that I'm very likely to, like, if I get the Everlasting Light, the one I keep talking about, that is a candidate for deployment. I think I don't like, this is good, but I don't think it needs to be deployable. I think we take draw now. That'll help us stack the floor, and I'm not really stressing for energy at the moment. There are some pretty good hits at trinket shops. I won't lie to you about that. This is, well, I don't need to duplicate anymore. I have 5 of 5 demonic fledglings. I do kind of want to visit an arms shop, and this is probably the one. Maybe this one, but I would kind of like to see it beforehand. This fight could be a little scary. You generally don't like playing top floor in Ring 7, so that could be a concern, I guess. We'll just have to see what happens. That makes me feel a little bit more inclined to play, if I'm going to take a holdover, take it on this advanced card rather than Rising Rage, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess I could just advance Talos and then fly her back down. So question of these shops. I have high health. Money is good. I can guess get, yeah, I'm going magic shop. That feels like the right choice. Double stack. No. Remove consume on rod is fine. That's cheap enough. Do I have money? Yes. I'll take remove. Or -2 consume on rot is fine. Double stack. I don't know. Yeah, I have bigger fish to fry. Holdover -1 is very nice. I do kind of prefer holdover intrinsic. And I think it is going to be Rising Rage. And I think I am going to hold out for Intrinsic. It's still the card I kind of most want to play anyway. I think we will give a -1 to glow up, though. And then remove Consume on Rot. We see Sword Maiden, Battle Dancer. I think both of these are okay, but not really what we want to play. I'm gonna skip. And we will take Celestial Radiance 2, obviously, and move along. And we see if we have to worry about Curse Combats. Kel the Corruptor, we probably don't have to worry about too much. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. Curses might be. I think you can get a lot of curses if you play top floor in this combat. But I also don't know that I actually mind spending my Ember on them. Let's see how it goes. Alright, we'll go Divine Dancer, we'll go you, we'll go Fledgling, we go Talos. There's not really any reason to play another Fledgling. We can play Shield Steward. Speed up the combat. Okay, we do see a Rising Rage, which is good. I guess we can play... Does this kill? I think it does. I think they still get curses off, but at least they won't give me curses on every floor, because Jack Strips doesn't quite kill them. It will... Jack Strips will kill them. Jack Strips plus Decay will definitely kill them, so that's good. Alright, Rising Rage... Good, play it. Talos up to the floor, play that. We can drop you here and hope for the best. Maybe give you a... Oh no, we need to give Floor Touch to you. And this is... We're in the territory that, you know, if a couple of these guys don't make it, you know, it's fine. But that's not going to be a concern today. So we will... go ahead and play Rising Rage. Welcome to the floor, you're doing fine. Loam Coat we don't super need. I kind of want to play Cleave on this floor to get rid of the curse. I think I shall. Also, you didn't give me a curse last time? Did you die before you resolved? I don't know that I need to play the Ember for this turn. Loam Coat isn't really necessary. I'll use this to play out the Calcified Ember, because I think this combat is handled now. Ooh, okay, we can Rising Rage on the you. Thank you for your service. These are gonna walk. They're actually gonna walk twice if I don't get any things to play, because I drew Garbage Hand. That's fine, I guess. We will go ahead and shift to the back, which doesn't shift. This is a bit awkward. See, this is the sort of trickiness of Talos, right? Like, I feel like to min-max this, you really need to think about it, about your moves to try to get in the right place. And, you know, the, what's it called? The room kind of eliminates that, so I guess we won't actually have to, but... I'm going to play for defense rather than offense. I think we're more than fine on offense. And we can just play these out. That's fine. I guess I should have played the Train Stewards probably so they get out of my deck. Okay, we play Rising Rage to try to reduce the number of curses that are thrown at me. Otherwise, we're chilling. What a nice hand this is. Okay, so we are... I think... Am I fine with taking this damage and playing the Calcified Ember? I think I kind of am. Alright, so as predicted, cursed combats are scary. But that's okay-ish. Okay-ish. We just play out, and we're probably fine. We do a lot of damage, so yeah. Play out curses, and we do need to do card removals to be sure. Oh, you definitely don't want Talus in the back there, huh? You want her, I feel like, I don't know where you want her. I'll think about that when it matters. Shield of Wing, Pendant's Death Suit, and Prison's Effort. I think we skip. Enemy units propagate 4. I think we skip. Mulch is like a fine card, I guess. Better than the other cards that I have. Alright, now what is the question? Do we want to see another... How important is dualism is the question, right? I guess this is not bad, so I could potentially see myself going here. Card removals are good, but this is also good. In fact, it's the same, almost. I think I like this a little bit better. In which case, I think we're going to hope for the best over here. Hearthstone Titanite, not really what we're looking for. Reroll. Dualism is terrific. You know, sometimes a plan just comes together, right? Units get another upgrade slot. No, I already multi-striked. But do I want Emotome? For what? I guess just for shifts, huh? Like, I could give another... I think giving another multi-strike to one Demonic Fledgling is not very high value compared to Emotome. So, that's what we go with. Show me that one thing. None of these is that one thing. I don't think we want... I mean, Mushy Room is, like, fine, but I don't think I want it. I don't think this is a game changer for me. We do need to get rid of some of the Garbaggio in the deck. Remove one train, Spear Steward. I try not to, more and more, try not to spend money on removals. Even though removals are pretty good, try not to spend them if I don't have to. Where are we going here? Probably Trinket Shop. Then do we see Arms Shop? I guess we ideally see this Arms Shop, huh? So Arms Shop, so just left, left, left. Trinket Shop here, Magic Shop here, Arms Shop here, and remove all the cards. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. This is just so far from threatening. I'm going to take a quick nap. I'll get back with you all at the end of this combat. Wake me up when the combat is over. Nope, that was the incorrect choice. Sorry. Sorry for a reroll. It was just, like I said, I'm going to sleep. And, you know, do we need to be min-maxing this combat? Almost certainly not. Okay. We will mulch. I forgot I had Emotome. I guess I'll mulch again. We will move you up. I think we give the... Here. Survive! Do your best, buddy. Okay. There is yet again no Rising Rage, which is, you know, not good. Not what I would call good. Do I have a calcified ember still? Yes, so we can glow up. We can glow up. We can glow up. I'm not even looking at the units. I'm just clicking glow up. Those are gonna die to jack strips. There's no reason to play you. We play Cursed Twin Blade because it's good. And I guess we don't need to play it. I was thinking about using this turn, but there's not really much reason to. This is why we need intrinsic. Okay, so we do Rising Rage, we do Rising Rage, K, and everything's looking good. Move Talos to the front. We do have the awkward position where we do so much damage that we don't actually get that many shifts, potentially. But that's I would say that falls under good problems. Alright. Press Imprison Zephyr. Press Vengeful Shard. We can... Melee weakness doesn't matter, so we'll just try to shift everybody. Play cards. It is the card playing game. Don't even look at who you're shifting, it doesn't matter. Decay on you is pretty good. It strips some of the Titan skins that I don't really care about. Ooh, Demonic Fledgling is back. Welcome to the team. Fly Talos forward. We don't get armor, but we don't need it. Rising Rage, Rising Rage, Ward Touch, end turn. Goodbye, whoever you are, whatever your name was. Everlasting Light is good card. I think we probably will take Ember. I'm not convinced I even need that rune. Everlasting Light is probably a better deployable. We skip these. Fuck Under Legion. I guess I could still go to this arm shop, but like it feels like this is a lot better. So that's what I'm gonna do. Don't even think about it. Yeah, like for this exact reason. And for this is pretty good too. Remove the garbage. Spawn one. No, I don't think so. Crystallized wing. I also don't think so. Alcove. Elatro. Bosses start with Mute 3 is actually kind of great because it makes Ring 7 bosses a lot less scary. I don't think I need this, and I don't really need this. We're taking this one. We're taking Chicot. Chico? Chicot. Chicot. Mute 3, 2 bosses is good. It's also kind of nice for them, although I don't know if it actually matters. Ancient Pinion is kind of more... It's not the one that I was thinking of. There's a different one. Although that one might not actually be that good. Because that's the one that gives armor from Valor. But we're not getting our armor from Valor. We're getting it from Dancer. Rare unit whose name I don't remember. How much? You start with 14. I feel like these bosses, this set of bosses, they look just so much scarier than they are. Is that overly disrespectful? I fucking hope so. You have 3 health? You have 3 health. You see this? It's ring 6. Jack Strips is still doing heavy work. We love to see it. I don't see Rising Rage. Did I skip a magic shop? No. And I will not skip this magic shop either. I would really like to see Intrinsic. Alright, we will move you up. That's fine. What is your deal? Incant. I'm not worried about that. We could put you here. We will play Glow Up. Play Glow Up. We play Cursed Twin Blade. We click the Ember. We play Calcified Ember. And we're in pretty good shape. See you later. Okay. Do we take 1 damage to play Everlasting Light? Kind of think yes. The thing about that is I probably don't need to, which makes it feel bad, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I think we are more than strong enough for this combat. Yeah. Okay, so here's what you do. I don't have enough Ember for that. Never mind. You play 1 Fledgling. You play... Mulch twice. You play 1 Rising Rage. You play Blow Up. You fly Talos. Put 1,000 damage in the boss. Alright, Imprisoned Zephyr is good. We still don't have however many is the max number of units, 7. So we click Rising Rage. We don't double play it because we play the Ember instead because there's no need to. Look at this Goon Squad. Jack Strips still doing incredible work, just terrific value. We're killing Hallow, which is hilarious. Truly hysterical. We will incant freely because we do not respect this boss. And, well, you're not coming back up. You're going to go down and do the world's most feeble Relentless. But there's also not much reason to move Talos, so I'll just do it anyway. Whatever. Give us armor. Oh no. Alright, we play the cards that are in our hand that say advance. We don't care what else happens. Here you go. Have some rock. We did 900 damage to that guy. We play the cards that say shift. We care not about sap. Spore touch, who caresies? Our deck is full of garbage, but that's okay because our units are strong. We play Vengeful Shard and click Enter. See you later. See? 1 damage taken from that one stupid Vengeful Shard that I really didn't need to do. Ascend friendly units, then advance the highest health friendly unit on the new floor. I'm gonna say it's Tome of the Lost Path. And what did I say we were doing? I think we're taking Ember. Purging a card, which is terrific. We have many cards to purge. Yeah, so I paid 140 for basically, what, 3 removals? 2, 3. That's good. Alright, we go left, because we want all of these things. Remove many cards. Basically anything, really. There might be something to be said. We see Intrinsic. This is looking pretty good. The game decided it wanted me to win, I think. It gave me a real rough Talos run last time, and it's like, you know what? You've earned it. Alright. Melee weakness 3, I would describe as pretty good. Double stack on Rot. Seems like a waste of money, because I barely even played that card. I think we just pay for a removal. And that removal is going to be Inspire. I think Inspire is the worst card in my deck right now. I'm including Calcified Ember in that. Yikes. Need to think for a moment. This is basically worst case scenario. Him, I'm not concerned about him. I'm concerned about you because you're going to send me a bunch of damage. I am taking Pyre Remains probably on this side, so that helps a lot. And makes it probably fine. I don't know how many of these total there are. And I can ascend them, and I probably will be ascending them. Because I think we're still going to play top floor. It is kind of what we've structured our run around. I'm not really scared about this either. Fire Dampener. I was doing fine on 3 Ember. I think I'll do fine on 3 Ember. Alright. Okay, so we can go ahead and ascend a bunch of guys. If we can ascend a bunch of guys right from the beginning, then we can ascend a bunch of the amalgams. I can even double ascend them in some cases probably, and that will save us a lot of hurt, hopefully. That will require us to do a pretty significant amount of damage output, but I think we can get there. I think we can manage. We can go ahead and play these out. I don't know if I'll get both of them on the floor, but I don't know that it actually matters. And I guess I might as well play this. Float Talos up. Okay. Tome of the Lost Path is really good here, because it allows me to double ascend Amalgam. And then we can home here, fly you, kill the amalgam. We do a nice little shift. We click the pyre. And I don't think I'm concerned about you, but we'll play out the decays anyway. Alright, am I bold enough to double ascend here? I kind of think that I am. Hold on, hold on. We want this to happen as quickly as possible. Fly Talos backwards. Everybody dies. Horrific work. You also die. That's sad for you, but the sacrifice that I'm willing to make. I think I'm also missing... Oh, no, I'm not. Thought for a second I was missing the... whatchamacallit, but I was mistaken. Alright, we play Zephyr, we play Vengeful Shard, we play the free shift card twice. That was a mistake. I should have flown you first, because that would have given me more shifts, but it's okay. And we can play Cursed Twin Blade, that's fine. Click end turn. Alright, we will take 5 damage from you, I think. We might take more because we might get... more amalgams next turn. I can ascend another fledgling. Do I need to? I kind of don't think I need to. I think I want to reduce pyre damage as much as possible. And I will do that by double ascending you. We shift the characters. I made a mistake again. I should have shifted Talos first. We'll just play Inspires. Loam Code is not really that valuable, like in general. This run. Bummer. You hate to see it. So we'll take another like 10 damage probably, because there'll be another amalgam with the boss. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and send. We're actually going to take another 15 damage. Tragic. But like I said, this was basically as bad as it could be. So, I don't think I can do enough decay damage to actually kill you. Alright. Oh, we actually, never mind. We don't need to take these. We'll just ascend the boss. See you later, buddy. See you later, buddy. Boss dead. Great work. Okay, we got out taking, what, 15? Could be worse. Could definitely be worse. And I will full heal that, so that's good. Liquid Courage is fine. Damage Shield, good. Skip Under Legion cards. Oh yeah, Purge a card. I love to Purge a card. It's going to be Inspire. They're just not very good. Sorry to say. I probably don't need as many fledglings as I have, but I'm not going to remove them, most likely. I would probably remove a decay or two before that. This was the other one I was thinking of. It's not as good as it usually is because of our focus on armor through Dancer, but it's still not bad. More Valor is also more attack power, so what's not to like? Ancient Roots is kind of fine. What do we got here? So is the room more worth than Everlasting Light? That, oh wait. So this is affected by dualism, I'm pretty sure. Which means it's Strike Valor 2 to everyone. So on this, it's Strike Valor 4 plus 1. No. How does this work? Strike Valor 5, 4 plus 1. Because when you gain Valor, you gain plus 1. So it's 10 Valor every time this unit attacks. That's gotta be better than the shift. Is it better? It might not be better, to be honest with you. But I also am doing so much damage that this room actually doesn't do much. I think Everlasting Light is still better. I think it's Everlasting Light. I could fuse it with the Twin Blade, but I just don't think it's necessary in this run. That's a lot of deployable Ember that I don't really need to be using on an equipment. So I think it is Everlasting Light. No. In fact, I might remove Loam Coat. It just doesn't have a place in this run, really. Yep. See you later. You're usually great. This is just a banished, dominated run, and we'll remove a Spore Touched. Not too important. I'm fine with Ancient Roots. It's a little bit of Ember. It's not really necessary, but it's a little bit of Ember. How many of these do I have? I have 6 of them. How many do I end up with on my floor? I could do a max of 5. I think it's probably not worth removing them. I think I'm going to remove an Inspire instead. Even though it's Valor 2. Wait, is that normally Valor 1? This card is kind of tragic, isn't it? I mean, I have the money to spend on more removables. Is it worth doing? I think actually the answer is yes. I don't know why I would even continue to play this card. Why? How did I end all the way down in Neverland? Alright. That's still the worst card in my deck, right? I mean, even though I don't play Rot very much, it's better than Inspire, so yeah. I'll leave one. I'll leave one. Why? I don't really know. I can't give you a good reason why I'm leaving one, other than that it feels right. Maybe it's just to pay respects to Talos' card. Okay, I think I have little fear of this boss. Okay, we will do Fledgling, Everlasting Light, Fledgling, Dancer, Talos. I do have an extra deployment Ember. I don't know what I would have used it on, but fine. We see Zephyr, which is nice. We see Rising Rage, which is good. Rising Rage is good. Well, Talos has 60 health. That's sick. You need to survive a little hit. The turn 1 1500 damage is hard to be too terribly angry about. I probably could have made a well-deployed cleave, but I just don't think it's really a great concern to me in this combat. So I'm going to hit Spore Touch on the boss instead. Why do I have so much Ember? What's happened? I'm just not paying attention. Is it worth? No, I don't think so. Sure. There you go. Okay, I'm smelling a pre-relentless kill, which honestly is kind of par for the course for this version of Talos. If you can get her going, survive, and get this version of Talos going into the end of the game, you're just like incredibly strong. So we're gonna go ahead and hit Fledgling up to the top floor. That is good to do. You know, I was thinking I shouldn't play the 0 cost one because then I don't actually get any benefit from this, but it also doubles. I forgot about the interaction between these two relics, which for this particular run actually makes this not very good, because ideally I probably want to play Rising Rage first every turn, and it's 0, so this just doesn't give me a lot of value. It's generally useful, just not in this run. Okay, give it to any random guy. That's fine. We will play the shifts. We'll just play everything, because we can. No one can stop me. Click and turn. See, Jackstrip's putting in work. We're doing 2,000 damage to the boss before playing any shift cards. Ah, we have Tome of the Lost Path. Oh, here's a question. Is double play Tome of the Lost Path more value overall than Rising Rage? It probably is eventually. But this combat is not going to be very long, so let's just do whatever we want. Okay, that was the wrong choice. That was the bad choice. I didn't pay attention to the silence, and that was something you should not do. That was a mistake. I'm unconcerned by this mistake. For some reason, I thought this was an AoE, which does kind of make sense that it wouldn't be, since it's like a vial of presumably a liquid. Okay, these are all movement abilities. So we're just gonna go boom, boom, boom. Damage shield on you is fine. Do your worst. Oh. I mean, melee weakness 18, I guess we'll do it. When did that happen? How many cards ago did I get the X? Okay, well, see you later. Alright. Or touch. Who cares? Okay, we will be able to... This is definitely going to be a Dominion. Dominion is going to be the last one, because we'll be able to take these two out pretty quickly. That's crazy that they get me. Oh, this is gonna make this fight even longer. Guess we'll play out all of our decays. Okay, so we ascend. We ascend. We probably don't play you. Maybe we'll get to some other time. We ascend. I think that's fine. And I think we just pump Decay into Dominion. Oh, I still have the Ember to play out the curse. That's pretty nice. Oh yeah, I wasn't paying. I should have looked. I meant to look. Who has You Have It? Okay, that still says Valor 3, but I think it should be Valor 5. Let's find out. Okay. We have nothing but shift cards. Alright, show me it's you. 2,500 damage, pretty nice. Show me Valor 5. Yeah, okay, Valor 5. Nice. Okay. We're unconcerned about curses. I am going to get a lot of them, but unconcerned. Okay, Twin Blades is good. Don't play it on the one that already has an equipment. That's the only rule. We can fly Talos up, fly Talos back. We fly Talos up again. We play this, we play this, we play this. You take 1,800 damage. We're not too mad about it. Okay, we play Room, that's fine. I do think we double play Tome of the Lost Path. I kind of like that strategy, especially since this is going to be a longer combat. Longer than I would like. We can play it on you for this present combat. Shift up. Shift forward. Play curses. Click and turn. Entropy is dead. Sweepers are of no consequence to me. We double play Decays into you. We finally get to play Pyrelight. I should have just double played Pyrelight. What was I thinking? Seems like a lot of damage, but it's actually not if you look at the numbers, which I am not doing, because I just play the cards that are in my hand. Okay, we now double play Pyrelight. We get this combat over with. We use our fly abilities. We use them to get armor. Armor is nice. Play that. And we put Decay on the boss. And it's good. Those bosses have no health. I don't know what else is on these floors. I do not care. I can keep you alive. Why not? Join the team. Here, let's play the saps first. We'll play optimal. We'll play optimally. Here you go. Oh no, he's dying. We still double play Pyrelight. We bring you up. Send Talos forward. Easy game. Don't even take any curses. Alright, a couple more turns. We'll be done. I think I saw one of them has 500 attack. I'm not lying that I haven't even been looking at what's going on. You do indeed have 551 attack times 2. I guess that comes from your equipment. Is a part of it. Alright, this is pretty good. Double play Pyrelight. Play the shift cards. Play the consume card, so it is gone. Play this. Hello, Inspire. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, we now win. Alright. Alright. This is why I really like Talos, because you start at the beginning and you're like, what the heck am I going to do? Which of these paths do I choose? And if you make the right decisions, I feel like just about always, when I'm playing Talos, either I make bad decisions and I die, or you become just unbelievably strong. That's why I don't think I would say she's one of the strongest champions, but she is among my favorite champions. I think she's very fun to play. And that's even one that I didn't have. That's terrific. All right. This was a great run. Play Talos. She's fun. Her starting card sucks ass, but that's just how it goes. That's the game. Congrats to 100 unique Titan victories for your boy. All right. See you later. Bye.